Welcome back. Stacy Burks is here from the American Red Cross of Southern Missouri. She's the executive director, and also Will Walker, who is the deacon for Turning Point Church. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you.
All right, you are partnering together. This is Sickle Cell Month. We are working on trying to get more people to donate. And Will, you're working also with the Black community because this is what we need. We need more blood from your community.
Yes. We're reaching out to all the local Black churches and just churches in the general area. It's Sickle Cell Month, but we're calling it a community project because everybody needs blood. So we're inviting everybody out. We got a lot of activities for kids on that day, on this Saturday. So they should come out and take part in that. We're going to be grilling out too. So, and then we're going to have Coach Dana Ford of Missouri State's going to come shoot baskets with the kids. And so there's a lot of things going on. And I appreciate Stacy partnering with her. She does a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, and Red Cross, working with them, doing different things. It's been a great.
In fact, tell us about sickle cell and why it's so important for the Black community, especially to donate blood.
Sure. Sickle cell affects about 365 African-American individuals across our country every day. However, 1 in 3 African-American or Black individuals could actually be a match for a sickle cell patient. Over 100,000 patients across the country are in need of blood from sickle cell matches. And it's important because there are antigens, over 600 types of antigens on the bloods. And the closer of a match you can make, the more likely there isn't going to be a rejection of that blood.
Right. It's so interesting. This is news to me. I didn't realize this was such a need. Of course, we need blood for, all the time. And you were mentioning earlier that O-type blood can also work.
Yes. O-type blood, so O negative is a universal donor. O positive can also be transfused and is very much needed. And so all blood donors are very encouraged to come out to the blood drive this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. at Turning Point Church.
Also, you were saying before we went on, we were chatting with them, and I had no idea how many transfusions people with sickle cell anemia need a year. The number is staggering.
It really is. Some patients can need up to 100 units a year. So you think about that, that's almost 1 a month, 100 pints of blood. And so if you think about that in terms of you can give 1 pint of blood every 56 days, so even your one person giving is not going to be enough to match the rates that somebody might need per year. So we really have a gap. That's one of the reasons we're having sickle cell awareness blood drives across our country, is to help bridge that gap for the need for sickle cell patients who need this to live.
Right. Yes. It's so important. And so this event is happening Saturday. And where's your church?
It's on the 1722 North National, right, just south of Commercial Street there. It's a big church there, and you'll see things going on. So come on in the east entrance, and we'll be there, and we'll take care of you with the help of Red Cross.
So what would you say to somebody watching who maybe is a little bit nervous about giving blood, hasn't given blood in the past, but really wants to help?
Don't be nervous. They take real care, and they walk you through things real care, because I wouldn't, this has got me giving blood and I donated platelets for the cancer patients also. And they take real good care of you, and they won't let you leave the building until they feel that you're feeling okay to drive or walk or whatever. So, and we go through a complete process. They collect a lot of data on you before they even take your blood to make sure it's going to be okay.
Make sure that it's going to be okay. Yeah. And like you said, you take care of the patient too. Yeah. Make sure that they're comfortable and that they have a little something to eat afterwards so that they're not lightheaded and that sort of thing.
You get a mini health physical. And one thing we also want to mention is those patients, or those donors, excuse me, who come in, who identify as African-American or Black individuals, we will actually be testing for sickle cell trait. So one of the important things to know is whether or not you carry a sickle cell trait. It's very important for your health. And one thing that you can find out is whether or not you carry the trait by donating. We'll test the blood that you give, and we'll let you know. Sickle cell trait testing in newborns didn't start till 2006, or approximately, depending on where you live. Wow. So that means individuals 16 years and over
don't know.
May not know.
Now, just because you have the trait doesn't mean that you're going to get it.
No, it doesn't mean you'll get the disease. Normally, people find out very young that they have sickle cell anemia and sickle cell disease, but it means that you could be a donor for a sickle cell patient, and it's very important that you know going forward. So we encourage people to come in, get tested, know what your health risks are and what your health is going forward. And it's something you'll be able to carry. We have a blood donor app people can make their appointments on.
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
They can also carry their donor card on it. And so those things are available to them once they've had their blood tested.
Yes.
Okay, so
great,
one more time, tell us all the information. The blood drive happening this Saturday,
Yes.
10 to
Yes.
2:30.
10 to 2:30 at Turning Point Church. And if it's not worth it to see Dana Ford, I don't know what is. We love him, and
We
tell
do.
him,
He's awesome.
you tell him and his wife Christine that we love them.
Yes,
we will.
do.
They're a great family and a great example
they
here
are.
in the Ozarks. We love them so much. Thank you guys so much for coming
It's gonna
in.
be a
You
great
guys.
event.
having
Go
us.
donate if you can. All right, we'll be back with a rave review right after this.
Thank you guys.
No, we love Dana Ford.
Yeah.
We love him. And